you want to be a billionaire, you need to be aware and you need to be in the know, meaning that you need to be in the limelight, you need to be aware, you need to understand, you need to have wisdom. It depends on how much you know. Your knowing capacity is your earning capacity. So just like your learning capacity is your earning capacity, as much as you can learn, that's what brings how much you know. And as much as you know, that's how far you can make. The world itself now is running around information and data. So as much as you can lay your hands on, that's how powerful you become. You don't know what is happening, right? That's one thing. But you are not even aware that you don't know. You are just too far from reality. A lot of people that are here, they are in abject poverty, meaning that it's only by the grace of God that they are surviving. In fact, if they wake up today, they don't know what today holds for them. They don't know how, where. If you want to be a billionaire, you need to be in the know. If you want to be a billionaire, you need to be aware and you need to be in the know, meaning that you need to be in the limelight, you need to be aware, you need to understand, you need to have wisdom. In fact, there's so much to describe in the know. In the know means K-N-O-W. You must be in the know. So I have found out that a lot of people are not aware. And that's probably the reason why they are either extremely poor, or they are poor, or they are in the middle class, or they are rich, or perhaps extremely rich. Yes, it depends on how much you know. And that's why we keep saying that I think I want to recoin it now, that your knowing capacity is your earning capacity. So just like your learning capacity is your earning capacity, as much as you can learn, that's what brings how much you know. And as much as you know, that's how far you can make. Because the world itself now is running around information and data. So as much as you can lay your hands on, that's how powerful you become. Yes, in the days back, we used to hear that knowledge is power, knowledge is power, knowledge is power, right? I think that knowledge, somehow, I don't just want to call it knowledge now, because a lot of knowledge are not knowledge enough to actually make you to where you want to be. But then let's call it like information. You understand? So information is the kind of thing you need to get your hands on and then make active use of it. So I was able to categorize people into 4, right? I'm going to be explaining now. So as I'm explaining it, just try to categorize yourself. You need to be very sincere. And that's why we say, if you are not in the know, right, you can't really get there. You can't really be a billionaire. So for me, a lot of people are looking at me like, wow, this guy is talking about billions. He's not looking it. Yes, that's because I'm in the know. So if you are in the know, you can easily resonate with me. So, but with time, the billionaires definitely will come. How do I know I am in the know? So if you want to join me this morning, sit back and relax. I'm going to categorize people into 4 sets, and I will tell you a lot about them and possibly where they are found, right? And then you'll be able to think about your lifestyle, what you do, and perhaps where you belong. So number 1, I said, these are the set of people that they don't know what is happening in the world. And not just they don't know, but they don't even know that they don't know. Am I clear? Am I making sense? Like, you don't know what is happening, right? That's one thing. But you are not even aware that you don't know. You are just too far from reality. So in this scenario now, a lot of people that are here, they are in abject poverty, meaning that it's only by the grace of God that they are surviving. In fact, if they wake up today, they don't know what today holds for them. They don't know how, where, and wherever food is going to come from. But they just know that they are breathing. And life is just like another hell that they are in, right? So, and there's nothing special about their situation. It's just they don't know. And they don't know that they can know. By the way, Once you start to know, you become like the confidence, the energy, the power. And that's why we say there is power in information. As much as information as you can get. That's how powerful you become. Right? So now, if you see people, like normally in the society, you start seeing religious people, cultural and all of that. Once you see somebody is not having enough, or is like in abject poverty, is stressing, is suffering, some of them feel like, okay, they have come to this world to suffer, and so there's a way that God is going to program the hereafter for them. So that's their paradise is going to be in the other side. So they are just coming here to worship and suffer. No. That's a lie you are telling yourself. That's a lie. Because God is a God of abundance. The God that me I worship and I know. There is so much that He has created just because of you. Right? As a matter of fact, the destiny you are talking about that God has created for you is already there. It's just for you to know how to go get it. But instead of you to learn how to go get it, you sit back there without information. Just assume for a second that you want to travel maybe from, say, Abuja to Lagos, and you don't know the path that lead there, and you are not asking questions. So you don't have people to guide you, or you don't even know that you are supposed to travel, whereas you are supposed to travel. So what happened? You find out that you just stay in Abuja all through your life, whereas you are supposed to be living your life in Lagos. Maybe your destiny helper is there. And then somehow you need to learn how to connect. For many of us now, they said one of the biggest thing, and that's what I'm coming there. The last part of the 4, they connect to the wealthy. They connect, networking. You can't just sit in one place and assume to be wealthy. So you notice that for people who belong to this part that they don't know and they don't know that they don't know, they usually will stay in one location possibly throughout their life. Do you understand? So let me not deliberate on that too much, but a lot of people live there. I don't know the percentage, but I know a larger population lives there. Then number 2 is they claim to know what's happening, but it is not like they claim to know what's happening, but they don't actually know what's happening. Okay, let me give you an example. And I title this particular set of people as the middle class, right? The last set of people could be like poor or extremely poor. All of them can belong there. There's no time to break it down, right? So it's either you are poor or you are extremely poor, you belong there. There's a lot of information. If you are stressing, you don't know what to eat today, maybe in the next 1 week, you don't know what to eat, right? You probably might belong there. There's a lot you need to open your head to know. So, but the second set of people, they claim to know though, but they don't actually know. Now, these are the middle class. These are the certificate people. These are the degree holders. These are they know a lot, like they claim, like I said. If you ask them, they will define things. They will tell you about life. I was reading through a comment section just last week, and the guy was asking a question. I can't remember really how he asked the question, but was like, at what level do you consider yourself rich? Or how do you consider people that are successful and rich? Now, a lot of people come under the comment section and start advising how to, but I was reading and I was enjoying the whole thing until I realized that a lot of people that are making this comment are poor people. So quickly I stopped. You can't tell me you know something and then you don't have it. But the truth is, I know that a lot of people are in the process, just like myself. But if I see the vibes, I know the difference. So, but obviously, before you claim that you know, it has to be that you have produced that certain thing, or you are producing something similar, or you are already in the process that, yes, you can show people that, look, if I can move from point A to point B, then and point D or point Z is my target. So, and I already successfully moved probably from point A to B and point B to C, and you can clearly see the progress. What it means is that I need time to be able to reach Z. So you need to read in between the line. So when I began to read through the comment section, I realized that, look, these are poor people, and but they are advising people how to become rich. So I quickly leave there, right? So a lot of people are knowledgeable. Sorry, you have your certificate. Sorry, you have gone to school. You have spent 5 years. It is not your fault. Somehow, it is the fault of the educational system you have gone through. You trusted them so much. Your parents also, somehow have influenced you to believe that once you get that certificate, you are okay. But that's not the truth, because you are seeing it now. You have the certificate, don't you? You have multiple certificates. But I tell you, if you know the right thing that you claim you know that you don't know now, I am telling you, your life will change just like that. Within few months, everything will shift. It will shift. It will shock you. But I am challenging you. A lot of you will feel bitter if you listen to this video, because I'm talking against what you have been stable and comfortable with over the years. But then think about it for a minute. Think about it. And then challenge yourself. Go and pick up financial books. Go get a mentor. Struggle to pay them. I tell you, what you must have been struggling for the last 5 years, a mentor will show you how to get it in 1 month. Did you hear that well? Well, the next set of people, number 3, is that they know what's happening, but they feel powerless because they are not ready to push enough to be able to get themselves to the other end. Like, they know what's happening, like, oh, if I can learn this, I can be successful. If I can go through this stress, if I can discipline myself. But I know that, yes, this certificate is not the main thing. I need to get a skill. I need to learn how to communicate. I need to learn, the internet has come. Some people don't even know how to use WhatsApp. They are afraid. Look at AI has come. I challenge you guys, see if there's any new technology that has come, put yourself there. The technologies will not be able to continuously use themselves, except people will still operate it. So the least you could do for yourself is to get your hands on them. Begin to use it for yourself. AI, for example, can even be your assistant. How amazing is that? I wonder sometimes, why are you not even leveraging on the technology things? Why? Imagine, for example, what WhatsApp is doing for my company. If WhatsApp wants me to pay monthly so that I can use that chat, like, I have to pay, and it's free. Some of you don't know that. Look, let me not take much time on this, but a lot of people know what is happening. They know that they are customers. They know that they are products to sell. Even if they can't produce it themselves, they know that if they are sincere, people will trust them. They know that if they are kind, if they have empathy, they know that if they love people, people will love them. They know that if they struggle through the stress, the money will come. They know this, but they are not ready. So how about that? They have to stay back. So somehow, and then another second set of this kind of people, they might not really be, most of them are in between middle class and getting some little money, not really rich like that. Sometimes some of them scale a little bit and then they settle, you understand? But they are never willing to go that extreme, like they really want to go extremely rich. They just find one spot and then they settle down. They are not just, I don't want stress. This one I have is enough. Let me just take care of myself and my kids and enjoy life. You understand that kind of vibes? So, but they know what they should do, if they should do it, but they are not ready. So, where do you belong? I still ask you. Now, the last set of people, but not the least. By the way, let me tell you that I am jam-backing a lot of things so that the video will not be long. It's already long. So, let me just round up. Now, the last set of people, where I belong, is that they are aware of what's happening. Take, for example, if I ask you now, why is your leaders, for example, Nigerian politicians, how are they able to use you every 4 years? Like, they will come, they get what they want, they go back, they enjoy themselves. After 4 years, they come back again, they get what they want, and it's the same you that is giving them what they want. How amazing is that? Do you think about it? So, are you aware? Yes. What are you doing about it? Now, this is where there's difference between that third person that knows but is not willing to push, and this last person that is aware and is ready to fight. Now, this fight might not be that you want to stop the politicians, but you want to power yourself. You want to empower yourself with the necessary information and knowledge. Remember, from the beginning of this video, I told you that there's no such thing as powerful information, the right information. It could just change your life. In my people, they used to say that one night that God can change your story and make you a billionaire. Now, they are saying it in poverty way because God don't do that. But God can give you an information that can shift your life to become a billionaire if you are ready and were prepared to receive the information. A lot of people even receive the information, but they don't know that that was information. They have met the person, but they let the person go. Or maybe they were begging for peanuts. And then, oh, boom, the opportunity is lost. So you have to be aware. See, I was making a post yesterday and I was telling people that one of the oil well that a lot of people don't know that is much more powerful than the oil of Nigeria, for example. I'm in Nigeria, if you are listening to me, I don't know wherever you are listening to me from, but the oil well, one of the oil well that I've discovered is self-discovery, talent and gift. That stuff is magic. Nobody takes it away from you once you discover it. And it's always tied to wealth. Once you discover it, you have hit the crude oil. You have hit the jackpot. You have hit the gold. And you keep reaping and reaping, even when you are not necessarily stressing, because it's just your talent. And guess what? God has given everybody. Now, for people in this area, they are aware of their talent. They are aware of themselves. They know what they can do. They can control themselves. They control them anger. For you, you don't just somebody coming to talk to you alone, you're already angry, and then the person is controlling you already. Yes, if somebody can say something that pushes you into anger, it's controlling you. And then you begin to make tough decisions that will make your life tougher later. Right? So, but if you really want to be extremely rich, I tell you, you gotta sit back. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot. You keep learning, you get empowered, get your life fixed, and then this is how God can overnight. This is the way God does it. And this is the process to God doing it. You cannot ignore the process and assume that God will make you overnight. It becomes so it doesn't happen anywhere. Right? Thank you so much for watching. My name is A.A. Kabir. For short, Kabir A. Abdulkadir, if that's what you want to call me. I am the world's most influential entrepreneur business coach from Africa, Nigeria to be precise. I want to raise 1 million millionaires in dollars. Okay? So, and this is my first project on the internet. I might not look like it, but let's do it. For a lot of people who believe in the dream, we're already fighting. And then we have a duration to meet. And this is going to happen, right? I know that someday I will look back to this video. Some of you watch this video are like, oh, he said it and he did it. So thank you so much for watching once again, for believing in me. And let's do this again some other time. For now, bye-bye.